We have a special treat for you today coming from the Standard TV and Appliance Test Kitchen here on Hall Boulevard. Chef David Musial is here with us again, and this is a really special treat, mostly because I've never heard of it.
Rhubarb soup.
Rhubarb soup. Sounds great. So tell us about this rhubarb.
Well, first off, a few things about rhubarb. I think most people know that the leaf is not edible. So moving forward from that, just a little bit about cleaning it before you use it. What I like to do is just cut off a little bit to clean it off.
It's similar to celery in a way.
It is, and similar, it also has the fibrous part. So you can either peel it straight down. Sometimes that takes off too much, so sometimes when you just cut your chunks, the peel will come off too, and then you don't get too much. Cut it in about 1-inch chunks.
Now, it's kind of green on the inside. That's normal. That's the way it should be.
That's normal. A lot of people, they think that the red rhubarb is actually sweeter, and it's not actually.
Okay.
Color is not necessarily indicative. In fact, one of the sweetest is actually a solid green. So
interesting.
The red just makes a really nice color. So basically, the soup we're going to make, I mean, the ingredients are pretty simple. That's rhubarb, some orange juice, orange zest, sugar, and water. We're going to cook it down. We're going to strain it out a little bit, and we're going to serve it with a creme fraiche.
Now, do you serve this warm or chilled?
It's going to be a chilled soup, totally cold. So maybe something you'd start a meal with. So,
all right.
So you ready to go?
You have the water here.
We do. So, all right, we're going to get some heat on. We got about 3.5 cups of water. We're going to go ahead and add, that's the juice from an orange.
That looks fresh squeezed.
Yeah, it is.
It smells fresh squeezed. Yum.
Then we have about a cup of sugar. And if you want to start stirring, that'd be great. I'm going to start adding the rhubarb
go ahead and add the rhubarb
Try
to
not
it already.
Splash
Okay. Step back. And how much rhubarb do you think you have there?
There's about 2 pounds here, and it equals about 6 cups, and everybody kind of wants to know how many stalks. It's really hard because, as you could tell by the rhubarb we brought,
it varies in size.
They vary a lot.
Yeah, and then quite a bit of orange zest.
Right, that's about half.
Okay.
Half of the orange. So we're just going to get that nice and stirred, get the sugar dissolved, and then we're going to bring that up to a boil.
All right.
And then we're going to let it soften.
So that will take a while.
Yeah, it'll take about 10 or 15 minutes after it comes up to a boil.
Okay. Okay, this has been to a boil, and now you're letting it simmer.
Right.
It has lost a little bit of its color.
Yeah, it has, and it's starting to soften up. It's been about 5 minutes simmering. It's probably going to need another 5 or 10. You'll see that it'll really start falling apart quite a bit.
Let's talk a little bit about rhubarb.
Sure.
Of course, there's rhubarb pie, so I guess you just sort of assume it's a fruit, but is it?
No, actually, it's a vegetable. Most people do think that it is a fruit, but it is a vegetable. It comes from Asia. Originally, it was used for medicinal purposes. Have no idea who ate it first, but after they did, I'm sure that they knew right away that they had to add sugar.
Yes. I do know people who just eat it raw with salt, but
that's true. That's true. And although we don't eat the leaf because it's just not edible, most people do think that you do have to cook the rhubarb, but you don't. And like you said, a lot of people will eat it with salt.
Okay, let's let this finish up, and we'll come back.
Okay.
So
what we're going to do is we'll finish it up till it starts falling apart. We'll let it cool a little bit, and then we'll strain it or put it through a food mill, make it nice and smooth, and chill it and eat it.
Okay, that beautiful rhubarb has been put through a food mill.
Put through a food mill so that we got most of the stringy parts out of it, and then we chilled it down.
Comes out like this. Yep. This is creme fraiche, but it's not just any creme fraiche. Yeah. Tell us what you put in here.
We added a little bit of sugar, and we added a little bit of the orange zest, a little triple sec, and orange peel.
Yum,
so
okay.
A lot of extra flavor. So anyway, just give it a little bit of stir there, and then a taste.
And you would serve it just like this?
I'd serve it just like that.
Okay. This is so delicious, I can tell. Oh, yeah. And if you have any left, Chef David, a little later, is going to show us really quickly what other concoction you can make with this beautiful soup. So we'll be back with that. Thanks, Chef David.
Thank you.